The crack is what brought me down. The crack did it. I don't wish it on anybody. I really, really don't. Because the first time I did it, that was all. That was all she wrote. I never ever thought I could feel that way about any substance. But it brought me to my knees, and lower than that, just as low as a snake on the ground. The hardest thing that I did was not attend the funeral. I lost my mother in 1990. I was using to be able to stay awake before she died. I worked continuously, and I would take her to her radiation treatments. I was responsible for feeding her. I did it my own self and had very little help. I received money from the estate, and I would ride around with the money under my leg and just throw out 100, throw out 20, smoke it, go back. I mean, it was a vicious circle. It was a vicious circle. I left Durham. I went down east. I worked in some clubs down there where money was no object, and I could continue my habit even after I ran out. They'd just let me crash there, and when time come to open or whatever, I'd be ready. I finally just said, well, maybe there's something to this. Maybe I do have a problem. When in all actuality, there was no maybe to it. I definitely had a problem. I was still rather new and not very solid in my recovery, and I asked, and they said, you've got a long ways to go before you get that. And I was like, really? It's just as simple as getting an apartment, isn't it? But it's a lot more to it than that. It's a preparation mentally. And once you get into the apartment, you're by yourself. You're not with the cushion of other recovering alcoholics and addicts. I knew that there was a peaceful place in my future. It's not mandatory, but on my own, I go to at least 4 to 6 meetings a week. That's my biggest support. One whole week, I got lazy. I lapsed on my program, and I was beginning to get in relapse mode, honestly. You got to have courage, because it creeps in and, oh, you can do this, you can do that. And you're not fooling anybody but your own self. That just kind of sums it up, home sweet home. It's mine as long as I do the right thing.